Hello friends, so we got a part 2 on taking a old battery and changing it out. Alright, so the whole world runs on power, on energy, and sometimes, most of the time, for me, for my energy, I'm counting on Revere coffee to give me that nice little kick in the morning. I really like the Rebel. It's a pretty cool company, very tasty coffee, highly recommend it. So pick yourself up some at reverecoffeecompany.com. But moving on to our battery. My daughter has a Jeep. My son's zooming around in that tractor, which showed you on a previous video. My daughter said, hey, can you do that to my Jeep? Because her little battery does not last very long. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna try to do the same thing. We're gonna try to copy what we did to the other one. So the first thing I did, so I had this little copper fitting, this little water pipe, and I cut off just, maybe a 1/2 inch of pipe, just a little bit, with a hacksaw. And so now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take and cut the fitting, well, the part that connects to the Jeep. I'm gonna cut that off so I can use this and I don't have to use this. So like I said on the other video, I don't recommend this. Don't do this. But if you do, here's how you could. But don't do it. So I'm gonna take my wire snippers, safety second, or I mean first, right? Okay, so I got these two. I got my two ends. So usually the black is negative and the red is positive. So I'm going to use my wire strippers. I'm going to put the correct size in here, crimp on it, twist it around. That cuts that plastic, and then pull it off. And then I have bare wire. Do it again. So now I have bare wire. So the next thing I'm gonna try to do is I want to squeeze these little fittings down to flat. Then I'm gonna stick this wire in here and then squeeze it. So I'm gonna do that in my vise. Okay, oop, not quite in there good enough. Last time I used the hammer on it, and I might have to do that again. It seems to be pretty thin, so I think that'll probably work. Let's do it with this other one. right, there we go. We're gonna try this now. We're gonna stick the battery in there and then plug it into our Jeep. Now folks, this works because my batteries accept it. So my batteries have these little slots where I can just slide these in here. And I'm not sure if this would work on all batteries. I'm also leery of touching those copper connections when the battery's in there. I don't know what it's gonna do. I'm just gonna not touch them. So I'm gonna plug this into the Jeep now, and we'll see. This battery has 1 charge, so I should put that back on the charger. That's the other thing you gotta worry about, friends. These are the batteries to my cordless drill and my impact. And try to keep 1 spare for yourself. I got 4 batteries, so I let the kids use 3, and so I at least have 1 battery that I could use for the work that I need to do. So I'm gonna try this and we'll see how it goes. I think I'm actually gonna switch this battery out, stick this one on the charger, and I have another one that's smaller. It doesn't have as many amp hours, but it's still 12 volt, or it's still 24 volt, excuse me. So it only has 2 amp hours. So I'm gonna stick this one on there. We'll see what this one does. All right, let's go try it. Make sure, friends, to amp yourself up, you get some Revere coffee. Okay, let's try it.